things happening out of the blue. I mean, I was watching it from home, and a lot of things from the car side as well that we wanted to get right.
Listen, guys, the F1 world just got turned completely upside down this week. And if you're a Max Verstappen fan, you need to hear this. We've got a secret meeting in Salzburg that nobody is talking about, a shocking FIA U-turn that might just keep Max in Formula One, and an engine verdict so bizarre that even Max himself can't explain it. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to see this Barcelona weekend in a whole new way. Let's break it down, but before, if you want more updates and news on Max, then hit that like button and subscribe for more breakdowns. Max wins his battle with the FIA. So let's start with the biggest news of the week, because honestly, this one is massive. Max has been vocal all season long about how much he hates these 2026 regulations. He called the cars Formula E on steroids, said the racing was anti-racing, and hinted multiple times that he could just walk away from F1 when his contract ends. People thought he was just venting, right? But hold on, because the FIA actually listened. Just ahead of Barcelona, a confirmed move away from the 2026 engine split was announced, targeting that 60/40 combustion split by 2028, exactly what Max was demanding, and what he called the absolute minimum to stay in the sport. The transition happens in two steps. 58/42 in 2027, then the full 60/40 by 2028. When asked about it on Thursday, Max said it was nice to see changes being made and that he understands the politics behind it. Not the most explosive reaction, but coming from Max, that's basically a standing ovation. The man who was threatening to quit is now saying things are moving in the right direction. That's a W, and everyone knows it. The engine shock nobody saw coming. Now here's where things get really weird, and I promise you this one will make your head spin. The FIA has this system called ADUO, Additional Development and Upgrade Opportunities. It ranks all 5 engine manufacturers to figure out who's got the best engine. And whoever is at the top gets no upgrades while everyone else gets to improve. Simple enough, right? Well, multiple informed sources confirmed that Red Bull's brand new DM01 engine has been ranked as the benchmark, the best engine on the grid. On paper, that sounds like great news. But here's the problem. Mercedes has won every single race this season, and yet the FIA ranked Red Bull's engine ahead of them. Max said in Barcelona that the whole team was surprised, and they are now in talks with the FIA to understand how they reached that conclusion. Even his teammate Isaac Hadjar couldn't help joking about it, pointing out that he'd checked whether Red Bull had won the first 6 races and they hadn't. The big consequence is that Red Bull won't receive any engine upgrades, while Mercedes gets 1 upgrade for 2027, and Ferrari, Audi, and Honda can make 2 each. This isn't just a confusing headline, it actually hurts Red Bull going forward. The Salzburg Meeting. All right, now we get to the story that genuinely has the entire F1 world buzzing, because this one has all the ingredients of a proper thriller. Just days after that painful Monaco retirement, Max flew his private jet straight to Salzburg, Austria. And who was waiting at Red Bull's iconic Hangar 7 facility? Red Bull Air, Mark Mateschitz, sports chief Oliver Mintzlaff, co-owner Chalem Uvidya, and Max's manager Raymond Vermeulen, basically every single important decision maker at Red Bull in one room. Insiders say the meeting was planned in advance and was mostly a mid-season review. But let's be real, when you gather the top owners of a billion-dollar organization after back-to-back disasters, that is not just a casual coffee chat. Verstappen is contracted until 2028, but persistent rumors keep linking him to Mercedes as Red Bull struggles through 2026. Things get even more complicated with his longtime race engineer Gianpiero Lambiase leaving for McLaren and George Russell's future at Mercedes still unclear. When journalists asked Max about his long-term future, he simply said if there's anything new to announce, he'll let everyone know. Classic Max says everything and nothing at the same time. Hamilton's slip of the tongue. Now, while all this Red Bull drama was unfolding, Lewis Hamilton dropped something interesting at the Barcelona paddock. Hamilton spoke openly about how much Ferrari needs the ADUO upgrade boost, describing his team as having the best aerodynamic package on the grid. But then he went further, and while praising Red Bull's engine project, he gave away just a little too much about what Ferrari's internal data is showing, basically confirming that Ferrari knows exactly where Red Bull's combustion engine is strong. That kind of comment from a rival driver is gold for analysts, and you can bet Red Bull's engineers were paying very close attention. Barcelona, make or break for the RB22. Which brings us perfectly to Barcelona, because this circuit is genuinely a massive test for the RB22. Barcelona is one of those tracks that strips everything back. It rewards a well-balanced car, smooth power delivery, and tire management above everything else. And Red Bull has been struggling on all three fronts this year. If the RB22 can show genuine pace here, it gives the team real ammunition heading into the second half of the season. But if they struggle again, the pressure on Max and the whole team is going to reach a completely different level. Every lap this weekend matters. Tire nightmare in the Barcelona heat. And making that challenge even harder is the Barcelona heat, which is absolutely brutal on tires. Teams have been trying to figure out how to manage tire degradation in these conditions all weekend. And Max has admitted that the team is still working in the dark a little bit when it comes to understanding the RB22's tire behavior in high temperatures. Getting the tire strategy wrong in Barcelona doesn't just cost you positions, it can cost you the whole race. So this is another variable that Red Bull needs to get right at a time when they really cannot afford any more mistakes. What happens next? So to wrap it all up this week, we saw Max finally get the FIA to blink first on engine rules, which is genuinely a huge moment for his future in F1. We saw the bizarre ADUO verdict that has left Red Bull confused and locked out of upgrades. We saw that secret Salzburg meeting that nobody has fully explained yet. And we have a Barcelona weekend where every single thing Max does is under the microscope. Personally, I think the FIA rule change is the real turning point here. It tells you that even the people running this sport know they got it wrong. And Max's voice is loud enough to change things. But here's the question I want to leave you with. If Red Bull struggles again in Barcelona this weekend, do you think Max will actually trigger that exit clause and leave for Mercedes before 2027? Let me know in the comments because I genuinely want to know what you think.